Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors are Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me today, and we've got a lot of news to get through from Birmingham. In the past 12 hours, 6 people at least have been stabbed in the city, one of them fatally. These all happened on major roads in the city: Stratford Road, Great Hampton Street and Bristol Road. So my condolences to the family of the man that is yet to be named as well, and also special thanks to Snapper SK for use of the footage. On Saturday at 4:40 AM in the morning, at least 4 people were stabbed in disorder in the Jewellery Quarter. The violence began in the early hours of the morning on August the 22nd, when at least 4 people were stabbed during large-scale violence. One man was left seriously injured and is in hospital after he was knifed on Great Hampton Street in the Jewellery Quarter area of the city. A stretch of major road near Vice Street, where the Banksy artwork is, was shut by police for more than 7 hours while investigations were carried out following the brutal fight. And they think up to 15 people were involved in the disorder. A 24-year-old man was arrested on suspicion of wounding and remains in police custody even now. But luckily, it doesn't seem that any of them injuries were fatal. As we seen the other day from the Sheffield murder that we covered, please go and check that story out if you haven't already, where we show how easily 4 people can get stabbed and 1 person could die quite easily. At 11 o'clock in the morning, only 6 hours later, in Birmingham also, a knifeman threatened to kill people inside a mini market in Washwood Heath Road area of East Birmingham. They say a 25-year-old man was arrested at gunpoint after an armed man entered the international mini market with a blade on Saturday morning. Armed police raced to the scene following calls to emergency services. He made threats to attack people, and a heroic shopkeeper, they said, kept him calm and secretly raised the alarm with the police while still serving the alleged knifeman. Armed police were at the scene, and the man is still in police custody today. Superintendent Jack Hadley said it was a very dynamic incident, and it was imperative that officers got to the scene to apprehend the man and save the public. He said thankfully no one was hurt due to the swift action of the police, and he was arrested in a nearby park area. So that case is very vague, and if any more information does arise, I'll definitely follow up to it. At 4 PM, 5 hours later, a man was stabbed in the neck on Stratford Road. Violence erupted between the occupants of 2 different cars. The victim was stabbed in the neck and the arm after a fight broke out at the junction of Poplar Road and Stratford Road at 4 PM. Several emergency vehicles were at the scene, and the victim, as I said, suffered several injuries. He was taken to hospital, but his injuries, the police say, were not life-threatening. An investigation has been launched, and no witnesses have come forward. At 4:55 PM, not even 1 hour later, a man was fatally stabbed in the Bournebrook area of the Bristol Road in the south of the city. He was found slumped on the roadside with stab wounds to his chest. He was taken to hospital for his fatal injuries and pronounced dead at 6:15. A woman aged 28 and a 15-year-old schoolgirl were arrested at the scene, and they remain in police custody now. In the early hours of Sunday morning, police arrested 3 men also at separate addresses in Nottingham. And Nottingham, as most people will know, is a totally different city. It's on the other side of the Midlands. Why on earth 3 people from Nottingham have something to do with this murder is still a mystery. 3 men aged 22, 30 and 40 were transported to West Midlands for questioning on Sunday morning. Efforts to formally identify the victim are still ongoing. Police are appealing for witnesses and also information. The detective in charge of the case said they've made rapid progress overnight, working with colleagues in Nottinghamshire, and arrested 3 men they believe were involved in the stabbing. They still want to hear from people who were in Millpool Way in Bournebrook between 4 and 5 yesterday and saw what happened or any disorder to get in touch. The Bristol Road was actually locked off all the way up to Priory. This has been a massive rise in attacks over the weekend in the city, and the papers are saying this is due to the fact that people are coming out of lockdown, but anyone that follows the channel knows that it's been very busy throughout lockdown. the papers just have not been interested. So I really want to hear what people have to say on this story. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and let us know what you think needs discussing in the news. I really appreciate you joining me tonight, and I'll be back again very soon. Peace.